What's going on, Wired fam? Hope everybody's doing well this evening. We're just a little late this evening, 9:30 instead of 9 o'clock, but hey, that's all right. I'll give everybody a minute to get on since we're a few minutes late this evening, but better late than never, right, guys? That's what I always say. Better late than never. We'll give everybody a minute here. I see some people popping up now. Don't forget, when you get on tonight, drop me a hello. Let me know where you're from. I always like to see where we're reaching out to and where you guys are from. So drop me a line. Let me know what's up, where you're from. Gives me a chance to say hello back to you guys. I always like to be able to say hello to you guys when you get on. And don't forget, real quick, down here in the bottom of your screen, your discount codes. Guys, take advantage of those discount codes. Those are for you guys. Those are for y'all to save some money on your fishing equipment, okay? So the sponsors of this channel, we've got some great sponsors that have come along with Wired for Crappie, and that's one of the things that I ask for out of all my sponsors is that they help you guys out, save you guys some money, right? So you guys watch me, watch the channel, follow along. It's nice to be able to save you guys a little bit of money on your fishing equipment. So take advantage of those discount codes right down here in the bottom of the screen. And as always, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you for being here tonight. I know we missed last week. It's been hectic around the Wired Shop. I'm telling you, the Wired Shop has been nuts, okay? So got boats in and out. Wired Marine Electronics is slammed. Got a big install coming for Mr. Scott Bunch in the house. I don't know if he's on tonight, but Mr. Scott Bunch, we're going to do a big install for him. I'm looking forward to that. And we'll probably walk you guys through a little bit of that. It'll probably be here for a couple weeks, so you guys will probably get to see me working on that a little bit. And then I'm editing a tournament video for you guys, which is going to be coming out probably this coming Monday. And then we've got a full video. You guys kind of get to see the trailer first, but got a full video on the trailer as well. We're going to talk about that a little bit tonight, but the video will come out here in a couple weeks, and you'll get to see the full trip, full adventure. It was a lot of fun. It was a long trip and a long adventure, but it was a lot of fun. So you guys will get to see that coming up. We're going to show you this bad boy here in a little bit. We're going to talk about it a little bit because I found some really cool stuff. It's always cool to get something new, right? New toys. And, you know, I was kind of down in the dumps. Well, not down in the dumps, but I was a little down about a couple different things on the trailer. Then I started tearing into it, and I found out it's actually what I want. So anyway, we'll get into that here in a little bit. I'm excited about it. See who all we got on tonight real quick here. Let's see who we got. C. Crosby from Missouri. What's going on? Lynn Hall from Knoxville right here beside me. What's up? How's the family? Lynn asks. The family is well. The family's doing well. Although I beat my son in wiffle ball tonight, and he's mad at me about it. So he came inside, and he was all stomping around. His mom's like, "Why do you got to do that?" And I said, "Hey, they got to lose sometime." So it's good to teach them to lose just the same as it is to teach them to win. Life lessons, right? All right. Heidi. Hi, Matt. How are you, Laura, and the boys? Very, very well, Heidi. How are you? Hope you're doing well, Heidi, as always. Thank you for asking. Good evening, Matt from Carrollton, Georgia. What's going on? Mr. Jackie Jordan. Hello. Did you take a nap? No, I did not take a nap, Jackie. As a matter of fact, probably should have, but I did not. Paul Barrett from Kingsport, Tennessee. What's going on? Rick, hello. Hope weather's better there. Storming here. It's not storming here right now that I know of. Hello from Chattanooga. What's going on, Paul? Joel Nash in the house, guys. Kenny Sparks. Evening, Matt from Alabama. What's going on? Bid Kid, what's up? Hey, there's Alan Wetzel from Peterbilt. What's up, Alan? Kenny Sparks, Matt, have you used or seen a setup running 2 live scopes set up on the front of the boat, 134 and 132? Well, it's very, let's see, how much battery do I have? I'm plugged into my battery. We'll take it with us. All right, so the question is, have you seen anybody running a 34 and a 32 on the front of the boat? Well, I am running let's see, how can I hold this without turning you guys off? There we go. All right, so I'm actually running, Kenny, a 32. There's my 32. Over there's my 34. And I'm running 2 12-inch units on the front of the boat myself. So to answer your question, I have used and seen a 34 and a 32 on the front of the boat, and they work perfectly. They work great. Two live scopes running side by side will cause kind of a little bit of a pop or a glitch or a flicker. We call it a flicker. It will cause a little bit of a flicker on your screen, but it doesn't impede you in any way. It does not have any effect on your image in any way. And I run a 34 and a 32 and love it. Okay, so no issues on my end. Okay, no issues on my end running 34 and 32 together. TDC from Georgia, what's going on? Larry Merrick, hello. Eric Reeder, hi Matt, how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing well, buddy. Everybody's doing well. So, a little bit about the new trailer. Let's talk about the new trailer we got. So, when I bought my 690 VS, which is right here, okay, my Ranger 690, it came with this trailer right down here, which is an all aluminum, beautiful trailer. Love the trailer. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely love this trailer. Guide post on it. It just kind of takes away a little bit from my boat. You know what I'm saying? And then the other day, I come across this trailer, which is an original Ranger 690 VS trailer from 1996. That my boat is a 1996, and it matches it perfectly. Silver and black, okay? Silver and black metal flake on that trailer. Silver and black metal flake on my boat. It absolutely matches it perfect. I was blessed and happy and excited to get this trailer. It's got new bunks on it, okay? We've got some things we're doing on it, all right? So, obviously, we're going to do new tires all the way around, okay? All three tires are getting replaced. And then I was going to put a new axle under it because the axle, how many of you guys have seen one of these buddies right here? Anybody tell me what that is? Anybody tell me what the name of this thing is right here? It's got grease all over it, so I'm not going to touch it. Who can guess that? Who can tell me what that is? Anybody in the comments? So, it had those things on it, and for the sake of not giving that away, I'm not going to tell you yet, but if anybody knows what those are, put it in the comments. We'll see who knows what they're called, what the name of them is. So I was a little bummed out about that because I'm not a big fan of those. All right, and I'll tell you why here in just a minute. As soon as somebody close. All right, grease buddy. Nope, bearing buddy. Kenny Sparks, you're right. It's called a bearing buddy. Okay, called bearing buddies. Yes, that is correct. Right there. Whoop. Bearing buddies. I'm not a fan of bearing buddies, guys. Let me tell you why. Okay. Do they serve their purpose? Well, yeah, they serve their purpose. Okay. So listen, if you have bearing buddies, I'm gonna tell you kind of why I don't like them. Okay. Do they help? Yes. Do they keep water out of your hub? Yes. They serve their purpose properly. Okay. But let me tell you what they don't do. Okay. So when you fill, hang on just a second. When you fill this bearing buddy, okay, you put your grease fitting on there on the Zerk, and you fill this bearing buddy. You're filling this bearing buddy in front of the front bearing. You're filling grease up in front of the front bearing, okay? So the rear bearing is not getting any fresh grease until you run and it seeps through. There is pressure on this outside. There's a spring in here that keeps pressure, and it pushes the grease through the first bearing back towards the second bearing. But for the sake of being able to swap your grease out, okay, how many of you guys have opened up a hub, one of your hubs on a trailer, okay? You open that hub up, and there's all kinds of nasty, old, liquidated grease. Okay, it's basically just disintegrated because water's got in there. I mean, these are boat trailers, guys. You're backing them in the lake. There's going to be water getting your hub at some point. Okay, it's inevitable. It's not if, it's when. All right. So when water gets in there, that grease, and you're running down the road 75 miles an hour, it starts to cause kind of it causes that grease to kind of turn into more of a liquid than a solid. And for instance, I'll show you a couple different kinds of grease, right? So, see right here. There's a good red solid grease, right? That's out of this bearing buddy. good solid red grease out of that bearing buddy. Now, look right here. Look right here coming out of the hub. Look at that. Old, nasty, just liquid. I mean, it's not even hardly grease anymore. Okay? So bearing buddy has nice, good, fresh grease in it. The hub has nasty, old yuck in it. Okay? So again, this bearing buddy, when you fill it up, it doesn't allow the old grease to come out. All right? Now, there is a little hole in this bearing buddy, if I can find it. There's a little hole in this bearing buddy that when you fill this up, it's a pressure hole, and it'll let the grease, the excess grease right here, let the excess grease come out of the bearing buddy so that it doesn't overpressure the hub with grease. But that's just letting your new fresh grease come out. That's not allowing that old grease to come out of the hub. So the hub that I like is the Easy Lube spindle. Okay. Now, I have an Easy Lube spindle on my other trailer, and I'll show that to you guys. I've showed you that before. You guys have followed along long enough. You've seen it, right? You've seen the Easy Lube hub. But I'll go over here and show it to you again. Okay. So, an Easy Lube hub looks like this right here. It's got a little plastic cap on the outside of it, or a little rubber cap. You take that little rubber cap off, okay? And there's a grease fitting, little grease zerk right there in the middle of the spindle, and it actually fills from the back of the spindle forward, okay? So what happens is when you pump fresh grease in it, and it fills from the back forward, it's pushing your old grease out the front of the hub. So you literally are replacing your grease. You're pushing the old grease out, and the new grease comes in the back and works its way to the front, okay? So you're able to circulate or refresh your grease and not just put new grease on top of the old grease, all right? So I was a little bummed out about that, all right? And I got down here, and I was actually getting ready to take the axle off because I was going to put a whole new axle under this trailer, and I get everything taken apart. I want you guys to look at this. I get everything taken apart. See if I can get you down here where you can see. Hang on. This is funny. All right. Can you guys see that right there in the end? That's actually a grease zerk that is broken off. Okay? So at some point in time, he broke the grease zerk off and decided that he'd just run bearing buddies instead of fixing the grease zerk. So I got lucky because I got this thing and I wiggled and wiggled and wiggled and wiggled. Okay? And poop. There's my broken off grease zerk. There's my Easy Lube spindle. And there's the holes right there on that side. And right there on that side. Okay? Where the grease come out into my hub. So, I don't have to replace an axle. And I'm loving it. Now, I am going to replace the brakes, the hubs, all the bearings, the races, the seals, and everything else in it. But I don't have to replace the axle. So, hey, I got a little bit lucky. And that's what I do not like about buddy bearings, okay? Or bearing buddies, excuse me. Asleep, what's going on? Merry Christmas. I forgot the name of them, but I knocked one off with a big rock. Mine are built into the hub. Had to replace the entire hub. Goodness gracious. Leave it to you to knock something off your boat trailer, so you have to go replace it, right? But yeah, so that little booger right there coming out, and now I get to replace it with a grease zerk, and I have Easy Lube spindles on a hub, and I'm excited about it, and I'm happy. So that's one less thing that we have to do to the new trailer before we put the boat on it. But I can't wait. I can't wait to get it on here. I've got a video coming out that shows you guys kind of the whole process and the journey. It was a lot of fun. Went, well, I won't give it away, but went very far north and picked it up all in one day. Got up, left here at like 2, didn't get back here till the next morning at I don't know what time. I don't even remember what it was. I pulled in the driveway and was like a zombie. It was just like, I passed out in like 30 seconds. So But it was a lot of fun. Had a great trip. Met some great people, and can't wait to hopefully get to fish with them because they do come down my way sometimes. And we learned, it's a small world, right? So they come down this way. We've got family down this way. And, hopefully we'll get to meet up again and get to go fishing. So that would be fun. Asleep. I was at a hunting lodge, went fishing first. How's the fishing there? The fishing here, let's see. So the fishing here, fish are really scattered still. They're starting to group up on brush, okay? So kind of our summer pattern, if you will, fish stack up on brush in East Tennessee. If you guys can find offshore brush, okay, brush offshore, main lake type brush, you will find fish this time of year, all right? When the water gets hot, the fish just to brush. And they all sit right there together in groups. It's amazing. I mean, summer fishing in East Tennessee, I've told everybody my favorite time to fish is summer, period. Hands down, no doubt. Love to fish in the summer. That's my favorite pastime. I mean, it really is. I can go out there. I can fish in shorts and a short sleeve shirt. I can throw a bonehead tackle stump bug or slim stick or, just about any curly tail, just about anything in a brush pile and catch crappie, okay? Slip float in a minnow late in the summer, okay? And we're going to do that a little bit this year. Crankbaits, pulling crankbaits. We talked about that last live, week before last. We're going to hopefully I get to go this weekend. I'm going to pull crankbaits this weekend because those scattered fish that are still out there kind of suspended, those post spawners are still kind of stacked up out there in open water, and you can wear them out with crankbaits. Excuse me. Woo, I got hiccups. So we're going to go do that this weekend. But fishing down here is really good. I mean, it stays good, Chris, because typically our lakes stay a little cooler than you guys down there in South Texas. But, it stays good. And don't be afraid to fish shallow. Had a guide trip. I think it was last weekend. Had a guide trip last weekend. And the guys that went out with me, we started in that 25, 30-foot range. And then we actually ended up finding the majority of the fish in that 12 to 15-foot range. Okay, so don't be afraid to look in that shallow depth this time of year, even though it's hot. Okay, those fish will still get out there in that shallow water. They're not going to be out there as frequent or up there in that shallow water as frequent as they will later in the summer in that 20 to 30-foot range. But they're still going to be up there. They'll still move up into that shallow water because these fish, again, guys, these crappie in the summer, they're going to move up to feed. They're going to follow that bait in and out of those creeks, and they're going to feed on that bait throughout the summer, and they're going to be sometimes in that shallower water. So don't forget to Billy Noble, what's up, from Dallas, Texas. They're going to be in that shallower water at times, so do not exclude it, okay? Do not exclude it. I always start deep in the summer and work my way shallow. A bait that I'm really looking forward to using, okay? Surface temp on Palestine is 90. Good Lord. Surface temps here are still like 73, 75. I mean, surface temps here are still extremely cool. So, I'm not even thinking about going swimming yet, okay? It's like the pontoon boat hadn't even come out. I mean, I've still got the cover on the pontoon. But let's see. A bait that I'm really, really, really looking forward to using this summer is right here, okay? So this is the bonehead tackle mini slim, okay, is what I call it. It's not really the mini slim, but it's the 1.75, the 175 slim stick, okay? It's a very, very, very small bait. I can't wait to use it, all right? It's very small, very slender, and in the summer, it's going to be killer, all right? Let's see if I can get one out. Wow. Holding the phone. There we go. All right, so let me get a regular slim stick. All right, so here is your regular slim stick, guys. And then here is your, line them up. All right, so there's your regular slim stick and what I call your mini slim side by side. a lot smaller bait, okay? A lot smaller. And I'm looking forward to using it this summer. If I can get it. There we go. Woo! Looking forward to using the little one this summer. I think it's going to be a very good bait, especially in the summertime when those fish, those late summer fish that aren't really looking for a big bait to swim by, they're really not looking to feed heavily because they're just stressed out from the heat. I'm really looking forward to using that this year and looking forward to letting you guys know how it works. That is a new bait for me. They've been out now for a little while, but I knew it was going to be a good summer bait, so I've been holding out on it until summer. But I'm going to put them in the boat and start using them this summer for sure. What are the best lakes in East Tennessee to pull crankbaits? That's a very good question. There is 3 that I like to pull crankbaits on. Tellico, Loudon, and Douglas. Tellico, Loudon, and Douglas are 3 lakes that I will pull crankbaits on. Watts Bar can be very tough with crankbaits, okay? Just know if you go to Watts Bar and you're pulling crankbaits, there's lakes that set up well for crankbaits, guys, and there's lakes that just don't set up as well, okay? Ben Davis, how big are your crankbaits? Very, very good question. Hang on a second. Let me grab some. All right, I have 3 go-to crankbaits. That's it, 3. Sizes, okay? A lot of different colors, but 3 different sizes. So my first is right there, a number 5. I don't know if you can see that. A number 5 flicker shad. Okay, number 5 flicker shad is my absolute favorite crankbait is a flicker shad. And then you've got the Arky 220. Okay. So right there's the Arky 220. And then the Arky or Bandit. Arky is a 320. Bandit is a 300, which is your everyday average, size crankbait. That's the crankbait size that you see the most of, is that 300 or 320. But I prefer the smaller ones. I prefer the 220s and the number 5 flicker shads. Those are my 3 go-tos. Okay. Larry Merrick, still going to rig it on a number 2. Yes, I will still put that bait on a number 2 hook. That 175 is no bigger than a slim stick. A slim stick is 175. But a slim stick has a lot larger profile because it has 3 appendages or 3 tails, to whereas that mini slim, I'm calling it, the mini slim stick is just the tail. It's that one single tail, and it's a very, very small profile. It's smaller than the stump bug. Okay. So again, looking forward to that. I have those in several different colors. I think my best color is probably going to be the Moon Dust or the Moon Glow. Probably the Moon Glow. Obviously, black and chartreuse is always a great color. I mean, you can't beat black and chartreuse. That's a staple. But I think the Moon Glow and the Slick and Moon Dust are going to be probably, because in the summer, especially mid to late summer, you need to use natural colors if you're in East Tennessee. All right, because the less rain we get, the clearer our lakes are going to get. And as the lakes continue to clear up and we don't have that rain, that you're going to have to use natural color baits to get bit. Okay, that's another thing late summer that a lot of guys, don't follow. They're so used to using the purple and chartreuses, the black and chartreuses, the blue and chartreuse. They're used to using those kind of go-to colors, if you will. But late summer, when the rain stops, you're not getting rain very often, the lakes just get uber clear. I mean, they're so clear, it's ridiculous. And obviously, that's why a lot of people like swimming in the lake. You know, you go to the lake and you go, man, look how clear it is. I want to get in there. I'm gonna jump in. Once it starts to get that clear, guys, just go natural. Go to the natural colors. Go to the purples. Go to the opaque colors. Anything with silver in it, you know, that right there, that purple mist. It's an opaque purple with a silver belly. It's got a lot of flake in it. You know, something with some flake in it is going to be a silver flake or a black flake. That's going to be natural to those fish. Okay, silver and black. Go to those natural colors late in the summer. It'll help your fishing. You'll catch more fish. Okay. The slick. This is the moon dust right here. So right there's moon dust. All right, it's just straight silver flake. I mean, it's literally a clear body full of silver flake. All right, that's it. That's all it is. Okay. Max, poor internet. Catch you next week. I hope it's not my internet. Can you guys hear me and see me okay? I hope I'm coming through all right. All right. TDC, I know you use 2-ounce inline weights for trolling crankbaits. A pond I will troll is only 15 to 17 foot deep. Should I stick with 2-ounce or go to a lighter 1-ounce? I'd go to a lighter 1-ounce. But if the pond is only 15 to 17 foot deep, then you could probably just troll cranks without a weight, to be honest with you. You can try it without, because if your pond is max depth 15 to 17 foot, most of those fish are probably setting in 10, and you probably don't need a weight to get down that depth, depending on what crankbait you're pulling. Okay. But if you want to use one, then yeah, I'd probably go 1 ounce, just so just so you're able to fish a little shallower with them. And if your fish are going to be that shallow, it's probably not a bad idea to get them a little bit further behind the boat. And with a 1-ounce weight, you'd be able to get those crankbaits. They're gonna pendulum up a little bit more, if you will. They'll swing back and swing up a little bit more with a 1-ounce weight than a 2. So you can try. I mean, it's 6 one, half dozen of the other, really. So if you want to use one, use one. If you want to use two, use two. It's not going to affect catching the fish, but I would probably use a 1, get the baits away from the boat a little bit more. Kenny says, good here. All right, good. So, again, that's what's going on with me here in the shop. We are hopefully going to get my boat over here on this baby before too much longer. It's kind of a labor of love, work in progress. I'm taking my time with it. I'm not really rushing, to be honest with you. But we're hopefully going to get everything fixed up, get everything going, rocking and rolling, get the brakes working again, because I don't know that the brakes were right. I didn't even check them. I tore them all apart, took all the brake lines out of it before I even checked it. So I can't tell you if they were working or not, to be honest with you. But we're going to put new pads on it, new rotors, new calipers, new brake lines. We're going to do a lot of different stuff to it, get it ready. So looking forward to that. Everything else, though, I mean, everything, to my knowledge, worked. It's just I want to get everything right before I switch the boat over, because once you put a boat on it, it gets a little hard to work on it. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to do everything now before that happens. And then we'll show you guys, obviously, once it goes on, how that looks. I'm thinking it's going to look fantastic. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. Again, just blessed to have it. So, all right. That's going to do it for tonight. I know we were a little bit late, but we've been on for about a half hour. We normally end at 10. I'm going to call it on this one, guys. As always, God bless. I appreciate you guys. If you have any questions, any comments, anything after the live, you can comment on the live. You can message me. You can shoot me a message on Facebook. You can find me on, obviously, you can message me on YouTube. You can find me on wiredforcrappie.com. You can send me an email there. Any way you guys can get in touch with me, I try to answer back everybody. I don't normally get to you the hour that you send it, but I will try to get everybody answered and all the comments and questions answered within a day or two of you sending me something. So if you have a question or you need help with something, please reach out. Don't ever, there's no question. The only dumb question is a question that's not asked. You know what I'm saying? So don't be hesitant to send me any questions, any comments, any concerns. I'd be happy to help anybody. Okay. So as always, guys, I appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching. Make sure you catch the videos, catch the live next week. Next week, we're going to go over some really, really, really cool stuff. We're going to get back into kind of the technical side of crappie fishing. And we're going to go over that a little bit because I've been asked some questions lately that, I myself have kind of, it's been so, I've been so consistent with the new technology that we've gotten away from some of the old ways of crappie fishing. So we're going to get back to some of the old ways of crappie fishing, talk about some really cool stuff for you guys that don't have live scope or don't have any of this new technology. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So catch us next week, same time, same place. Appreciate you guys as always. Again, God bless. Have a great week, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys. We'll see you.